Imagine an industry that connected the entire United States and held so much power that even presidents feared it. Railroads had the control to move the economy at their will. In this video, we'll explore how the American railroad empire rose to power and eventually fell. At the start of the 1800s, America was slow. Cities were far apart. Goods moved by horses, wagons, or boats. Traveling from one city to another could take weeks. Factories were growing, but delivering goods was a challenge. America needed speed and connection, and that's when railroads came into the picture. In 1827, the first commercial railroad was built. Steam engines changed everything. Now, travel that took days was done in hours. Small towns connected to big cities. Farms could directly supply factories. Railroad tracks linked America from east to west. Wherever tracks went, cities grew. Railroads weren't just transport, they were nation builders. The people who owned the railroads were called railroad barons. Famous names: Cornelius Vanderbilt, Jay Gould, Leland Stanford, James J. Hill. They weren't just businessmen, they were power brokers. They could control a company or even influence cities. Railroad barons bought out competitors, lowered prices to bankrupt rivals, used political influence to get land and resources. Vanderbilt started with ferries, moved to steamships, and then dominated railroads. They literally controlled the backbone of America. Railroads changed America. Goods moved faster than ever. Cities grew rapidly. Industrial revolution accelerated. Railroads were not just tracks. They were symbols of power and progress. Railroad barons also had huge political influence. Senators and politicians under their control could manipulate regulations to their advantage, maintained near monopoly over transportation. They were basically the hidden rulers behind America's growth. As railroads expanded, thousands of workers, especially immigrants, were employed. Accidents and strikes were common. Tensions rose between barons and labor. These issues foreshadowed the eventual decline of the empire. By the early 1900s, cars and trucks became popular. Government introduced regulations. Monopoly rules were broken. Railroads' golden era started to end. Successors of the original barons lost interest in maintaining and expanding the empire. By mid-1900s, many railroads went bankrupt. Companies merged or became nationalized. Industrial power shifted to cars, oil, and airplanes. America's first big private empire slowly disappeared. The lesson: power without adaptation fades. Railroads built America, but their empire eventually vanished. If you enjoy hidden histories and forgotten empires, subscribe to History Beam to explore more lost dynasties and untold power stories.